Howdy, and welcome to another art vlog. During this art vlog, I kind of just wanted to focus on my sketchbook. And yeah, here I'm showing off some new paint that I had gotten for Christmas. They were actually a gift from my partner's dad, which is really cool because I like didn't even expect it, and it was a really thoughtful gift because I've actually been kind of running low on a lot of my acrylic paints. And yeah, here I am just making a cutie little swatch page. I always make swatch pages in my sketchbook because I find myself actually referencing them. Like if I want to use like a specific like either like a marker or specific paint, but I can't remember if it's gonna work because of the color, I can just go back through my little sheets. Guys, I have soup brain, very, very bad. During this vlog, I started getting like a chronic fatigue flare-up, and I'm still kind of in that right now. So doing this voiceover is kind of hard because my brain just feels like dial-up right now. But enjoy these little hearts. I'm excited to experiment with this paint. It kind of has like a gel-like consistency, which I'm not super familiar with, but they're really pretty. And then these are two glitter paints from Target. I always forget that Target sells art supplies because Target is kind of expensive. So I mostly only go in there for my prescription stuff. But yeah, I couldn't resist these two when I saw them. Silver Argent is really pretty. It's kind of like a sheen holographic color with silver sparkles. Very pretty. And then, of course, the blush Fard. What does a fard mean? I don't know. That's a weird name. The blush color is really pretty too. And here's a close-up of those swatches. Now we're getting into the dice portion of the video. Here I'm doing my Pinterest practice. So when I do my Pinterest practice, basically I will get a D&D die. Typically it's a D20, like I have right here, and I roll it. And the first roll decides what board I choose, and then the second number that I pull decides which pen, like specific pen inside that board I pick. So yeah, this day was crazy because I rolled 17 twice in a row. And y'all, I'm not joking, you're gonna see. I then proceeded to roll 20 twice in a row. But yeah, so far the dice has picked my like poses and anatomies board, and it picked a pair of these older ladies' hands. And then my double 20 rolls picked my hair inspo board. I believe it picked this actress. Her name is Sophie Thatcher. I think she's in Yellow Jackets. I've never seen it before. I just saved this photo of her because I love her hair texture. But yeah, I'm excited for this video because I normally don't show you guys my sketching process, and that's simply because I use my phone to record, and I also use Pinterest on my phone. So I normally do the pencil sketch like first, and then I will film me like inking or painting or whatever. But yeah, I wanted to include some actual drawing footage for you guys. I am really glad that the dice picked these older woman's hands because I don't think I have ever drawn like older skin before or older people. And I don't know, I really liked the challenge. Hands are kind of difficult on their own. And I was inspired by the old hands, and I decided instead of just drawing the image of Sophie Thatcher directly, I wanted to age her. So I wanted to try and see if I could use my brain and think, how would this person's face age over time? And I wanted to practice drawing wrinkles. Honestly, part of the reason why I wanted to practice drawing older skin, or that, I was excited to do this, was because, I don't know, I turned 32 last year, and I get so many, like, Botox, different retinol cream ads, and it's so freaking frustrating to me, because, like, Miss Ma'am, you get nothing. Oh, sorry. I got distracted. I made muffins this week. They were delicious. Gluten-free, dairy-free. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's annoying. Like, I am actually very pro cosmetic surgery. I'm a tattooed person, and I would love more tattoos in the future, and that's basically a form of cosmetics. They're all different body modifications. But I'm sick of society wanting women to look like children. Like, 32 is not old. I basically just got my fully developed brain, and it's already dysfunctional because I'm riddled with physical and mental illness. And it's like, can I just age gracefully, Like, can we just have wrinkles on our face? Why does society push this thing where, like, 30 is old and now you have to, like, prevent yourself from getting fine lines and wrinkles? I don't know. It's just something that bothers me. Everybody should be able to do whatever they want with their body. And again, I'm very pro any sort of body modification. I know that a lot of cosmetic surgeries is basically gender affirming care. Oh, kitty, look at me. You stinky man. Stinky. Bunch of stinkies. And yeah, gender affirming care is really important. I don't want young women to feel pressured to make themselves look like a freaking preteen for the rest of their lives. Oops, sorry, I should have muted my phone. At this point, I'm just rambling, but I hope you get what I'm saying. I also think aging skin is beautiful in a way. I don't know, I might be partial. I was very fortunate in that I grew up with a lot of my like older maternal figures in my life. Like, both my great grandmother and my great great grandmother were alive throughout my life. My great great grandmother passed away when I was around 9 or 10 years old, and then my great grandma Marge passed away around when I was 19. And yeah, I grew up very close to the older women in my life. So I don't know, I kind of have like a respect for older women. I guess it's like I'm trying to embrace the hag nature. What is it? The trifecta of women: child, mother, crone. I don't know. But anyways, it was really fun doing these sketches in my sketchbook. It was a good Pinterest practice because it was actually challenging. By the way, I'm using a kneaded eraser here if nobody's seen that before. They're really neat. It's like an eraser that feels like clay, and you could mold it, and I use it to gently lift off graphite from my drawings. I recommend it especially for people that do watercolor. because you know, when you do watercolor, you don't want any harsh pencil lines because you won't be able to go in and erase them. But if you have a kneaded eraser, you can gently lift off the graphite so it's really light and you can paint over it. I'm proud of how the hands turned out. I'm trying to include some real-time footage of me drawing too, so it's a mix of sped up footage and real time. Hello. I put on makeup today and I really like it. But I mostly put on makeup today in hopes that it would motivate me a little more. But I'm actually very lethargic today. I'm worried that I might be entering like a fibro flare or something just because of how tired I am. But yeah, I wanted to update you guys on my sketchbook because I did finish those couple of pages. So I'm going to do that really quick. Right, here's the swatch page that we did together. This silver argent shade is so pretty. It's silver, but it's like a silver, like a sheen silver base with holographic glitter in it. Very cute. And then here is the finished Pinterest practice images that I did. I'm actually really proud with how those hands turned out. Yeah. And then here's Little Miss Old Lady Sophie Thatcher. Apparently that's her name. I guess this is like an actual actress, the original image that I referenced. I looked it up and I guess she's in the show Yellow Jackets. But yeah, I used her photo reference, but then I, tried to essentially turn her into a little old lady. Because yeah, I realize I've never really drawn wrinkles before and aged skin. So I wanted to do that. And I think she turned out super cute. Yeah. On the back side, this is just silly, goofy nonsense. Basically, I was like venting to myself, like a diary entry. And then I drew this silly, goofy little frog, littlest pet, or not frog. What the heck? That ain't no frog. That's so funny. Anyways, my partner surprised me with this random Littlest Pet Shop toy, and it's this cute piggy, and so I drew her while I was like doing a little diary entry just to make myself feel more grounded. And I realized I forgot to update my sketchbook with the finished outcome of my coffin painting. Because that's kind of like a thing that I'm starting, is that I have Instax cameras and like Instax film, and I want to start taking pictures of my completed projects and then adding them to my sketchbook as a way to like document my artwork more. But yeah, I did that. I think the film that I put in is starting to go out because it's very, very washed out, especially in like the middle bits right here. But I still think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's all for the sketchbook bits. And it's only Monday, and so I want to keep this vlog going because it hasn't been a full week yet. I don't know if I'm gonna do any specific art stuff today. Like, I don't know what I want to work on. I do want to paint, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm really, really tired and lethargic. It sucks because, like, I'm so motivated creatively, though. I know I have to do a couple of house chores. I have the dishwasher running. I have to do some more dishes. But, yeah. Also, I'm hungry, but I don't know what to eat. We already ate all of the blueberry muffins that I made. They were so good. Um, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna go until I figure it out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Yay, we are now resuming painting my sheet ghost painting that I started last year. This is still the underpainting, which is, I think, I don't know if it's I guess it's one of my favorite parts of painting. Mostly because I like adding depth to my paintings, and I use underpainting as a way to focus on adding depth and shadow to my paintings. Because if I try to do that with just straight on color, my brain gets really confused, my paintings start to get muddy, I get really frustrated. If I do a kind of monochromatic underpainting, I can just build up, you know, the depth that I want, and then I can slowly add the color over top. Definitely not an expert at this, but yeah, I enjoy underpainting, especially for my acrylic paintings. But yeah, I'm really enjoying how this painting is going. And I actually finished the underpainting shortly after filming this vlog. Yeah, so the next video that you guys see that's art focused, well, you'll get to see me adding color to it. This painting is also fun to work on because it kind of has a Valentine's vibe, right? Kind of like roses, lovers, kind of. Are they lovers? I don't know. I mean, I love a good sheet ghost, and I don't think sheet ghosts should be limited to Halloween. And I want to add a bunch of like pastel colors to this painting. Very much like a spring vibes, I guess. But yeah, I don't really have much to say as of this moment. I will check back in with you guys closer to the end of the video. Just enjoy some of this painting footage, I guess. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun working in my sketchbook with you guys. I'd love to do some more Pinterest practice videos in the future, and I can't wait to work more on this painting. If you don't have shit to say, how about you leave me some pastel colored emojis? And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.